Yo, the waiting is over. Yeah. Look, they say boxing is a death sport. Ashes to ashes, like trash in the alley. But cashes is cashes, which means we could compete. As long as I got breath in my lungs and my 2 feet and a strong heartbeat, we could rumble, young man. Put the gloves in your hands. The talking is over. All that we were arguing over is over. We could sit in silence before the noise and the roars and arena doors open. Before we throw hands, we satisfy the demands. This is for the fans, my legacy, my little mans who looked up at me like that. You're about to hurt them bad. Yo, this shit is serious. The big fish and the fisherman, the old man in the sea. But before you all see the violence and the bloodshed, we can sit in silence. But before you all see the violence and the bloodshed, we can sit in silence. I'd rather have my head stuck in the clouds than buried in the mound. Feet touching the asphalt, back won't touch the ground. You ops about that trash talk, my hands speaking loud. The crowd sound is drowning our conversation now. I know what I'm about to do, can't coma induce. But look, I train not to lose, what else is there to do? I'm a fighter, hard like barbed wire, sharp the same way I'm tired. But get energized when the crowd say showbiz boombaye. Showbiz boombaye, my style's impetuous, my defense impregnable. There's no B plan when the A plan is doable. My ritual, jump rope, heavy bag, cutthroat. I'm the best in the world because my ego says so. A fighter, I am lost in this whirlwind, this make-believe world where it's a sin to be a grown man. Look, I never read a book, bruh. I must admit, I'm about that grit and that dumb shit where your head's on some drum shit, body got Bambi legs, ears on some hum shit, later getting medicated, urine on some blood shit. I want wildest power with Devin Haney's defense. Up off that, yeah, yes, up off. Hey! Y'all know what day it is. Y'all know what day it is, huh? Yeah. Yeah. It's Taco Tuesday, baby. What's up, my people? This is ShowBizz, dog. All right, man, look. Look at who we have here. Let me see who we have. Uncle Hurt with you. Let me see. Hey, Boogie. What's going on with you? Whoops. All right, man. Look, first I want to say this. Everybody, welcome to the Taco Tuesday. If you haven't done it, please close out the chat, hit the like, and give it up for the Vonda Hill.
Bring on this with the laugh and do the cabbage patch. She's a pretty lady, and then sign some autographs. The burn young man can shaboing boing.
Hit the Tyson bell. And listen, we ain't gonna start the show. We ain't gonna do shit. I'll see y'all in the comments. We ain't doing a damn thing without giving up the leg.
You should let me in. You deserve. No, you deserve baby.
Oh, hit the Tyson bell. And listen, everybody, listen. Hey, fellas.
Yeah, put it simply in here. I like surprises. I came here for prizes. Big booty and thighs is promising my guys is how I could get inside this. Stupid, I realize this, but there's so much I wanna know about you, but I don't really wanna know. That's what they say. You make it too hard for a nigga. I got you, but I got the time. Let's make it work.
Hit the Tyson bell. Hey, yeah, my man said, hey, are we in the building? Hell no. We outside.
You think it happen when you're outside? You can lose a fight, see a chick, have a con with that vibe. You can ride a bike, see a nigga, and ask him if he's alright.
And ask him if he's alright. Hit the Tyson bell. And listen, bro. listen, bro. Positivity is the only tivity, and we're gonna get that inspired by Squad Up. Squad Up. Let's go. Hit the Tyson bell, and that's the Black Torch August, Mr. Grinch. I put a little cream in there this time. All right, for this Taco Tuesday, I'll probably go past the hour a little bit. All right, I definitely want to be done before I have to go run and pick up my son. Bars, hit the Tyson bell. So, we have a few things to talk about. We got a ton of things to talk about. Usually when it's Taco Tuesday and we have gone the weekend, a whole bunch of shit. Teofimo Lopez, Shakur Stevenson fight has been announced. Teofimo Lopez was on Ring, doing that, on that show that's on DAZN. Speaking to Max Kellerman and everybody about, so we'll talk about that interview and what he had to say there. Also, Usyk calling out Wilder. He said he wants nobody else but Deontay, the Bronze Bomber Ball. We'll talk about that there. We also, the cover story, Ryan Garcia being diabolical. And I mean Tupac hit him up level diabolical. I'm sorry. All right. I listen, bro. I usually don't talk about things outside the ring, but this has everything to do with him starting the head games already for him versus Devin Haney. Hopefully he's not looking past Mario Barrios. He said he's training, but I know the brother got OCD or what, ADHD, whatever it is. I think it's ADHD. I think he has, where he just got to be super busy and run around and shit. He just got this nervous energy, so he's everywhere right now, and hopefully he ain't bulljive. All right, hopefully he's really training now, bulljive. And Henry Garcia is trainer now, and not Derrick James. He went back with his father. I'm not sure if that's best or not. All right, it may be best. Okay, it's not like he's been looking wonderful with Derrick James. All right, now, but also he hasn't really been training. But can Derrick James reel him in? Because Errol Spence, he had bad habits, and he was with Derrick James. And it's not Derrick James. Maybe Derrick James is just too lax. He's a great trainer. Maybe he's just too lax. Jamel Charlo went off the rails a little bit with Derrick James. All right. Derrick James seems to be one of those people that's like, listen, I'm here. You're here. I'm pleased. I really dig your company. Hit the Tyson bell. Right? I'm here. If you want to come train, I'm here. If you don't, then hey, listen, if you want to win the fight, you're going to put the work in. I'm not going to beg you to win the damn fight. That seems to be Derrick James. All right. But Ryan Garcia with his father. And we have a few things to talk about, but the latest news, Janibek has popped dirty for PEDs. All right, but not for PEDs, for banned substance, rather. That's the proper way to do it. We have to talk about that right now. I see people in the comments acting like I don't know this shit, right? Hey, Biz, like I know. All right, so we'll talk about that. Okay, member for 2 months. Bye. Let me see. Good morning, Biz. Love you, boy. Flex on them. There's no B plan when the A plan is doable. Let me see. What's good, Big Biz? Love you, boy. Love you, brother. Let me see. I got Teo. Haters gonna hate me, but I am who I am. Oh, yeah, well, Matt, Teo can probably win. I got Shakur. But there's a very, very possible world in my mind where Teo wins easily. I can see how Teo can win easily, right? I got Shakur, though. But I can see how Teo is chilling. Like, he controlled Loma pretty easily. You know what I mean? When he's in his bag, he controlled Josh, Taylor pretty easy. When he's in his bag, right? So it's Tyson bell. But I do have Shakur. So let's start with this. All right. We all know the big fight this weekend, the PBC fight, one hell of a card. At the top of the card, the main event being that of Lamont Roach versus Pitbull Cruz. And really, I'm going to place a bet on that fight. All right. And here's what I'm going to say. I had Laura upset Janibek anyway. Yeah, I had Laura too. But here's what I want to say about this real quick. I'm going to bet on Pitbull to beat Lamont Roach. The whole time I was saying Lamont Roach. I'm going to bet on Pitbull to win. All right. Now I want to say this. Okay. Oh, and that's a plug. I'm betting on my bookie. Hold on, everybody. Hold on, everybody. My bookie that I want to try. I do want to say this, though. Just a little insight before we talk about Janibek. Just a little insight. What y'all don't know behind the scenes, I've had friends of mine who are professional fighters say, Biz, bet on me. Your money's good. I mean, just between me and them, in DMs, in conversation, Biz, bet on me. I'm not going to tell you the names. Your money's good. And I've placed that bet and announced it in front of all you guys, and they lose. They lose. And then don't talk to me again. They don't hit my DMs. They don't say anything. And I've had friends of mine who I bet against. Like, okay, listen, man, you my boy, but I'm gonna bet against you on this one. And I win. And they still don't hit me up. They don't talk to me ever again. But I'm a place money on Pitbull here. Okay, all right. So let's talk about Janibek. All right, let's talk about Janibek. Okay. Y'all throwing out names out there, y'all. Okay. Let's go. I do have a take, by the way. This isn't just news. I have a take. All right. You guys probably know what my take is. But let's go. Okay. So Janibek, he's failed the PED test. I want y'all to listen closely. Okay. He failed the PED test today. And it says IBF and WBO world middleweight champion Janibek has delivered an adverse analytical finding for performance-enhancing drug meldonium following a VADA test, sources tell Ring. All right. Now, let me tell you something. Oh, shit. I'm on my soapbox!
He didn't get out of the cock-a-doodle car!
I already know, and this is why I don't like doing this. I already know everybody's going to jump to conclusions. He's a cheat! Janibek cheated! He popped! He on PEDs! Do you know what meldonium is? Do you know what meldonium is? Do you know meldonium is used in livestock for breeding? Yeah. Farmers use meldonium for cows and chickens to have them breed more. Did you know that? He has traces of meldonium. He could have just been eating chicken breasts. I know a lot of you guys, you got to know what's in your body always. So ultimately it's on the fighter. He got to test chicken breasts. If you have to test every single food you put in your mouth, you're going to go hungry. And nobody got that kind of damn money. Let me tell you something, and I'm going to tell you again, but listen, y'all don't have to listen to me because y'all are just going to make your decisions based on what fighter you like, based on what fighter you don't like, or what race or nationality they are. But I'm going to tell you something, bro. It's not the fighters who are dirty. It's the food industry and the supplement industry. And that's the black tooth sugars. Y'all want to talk about waking up and being woke? Wake your ass up. If any of us were to get tested, we all pop. The food industry doing a lot of things to make the meat bigger, the fruit bigger, the vegetation bigger, to have more animals, to have everybody go to their farmer's market. I'm telling you, if you guys want to be awake, if you guys want to wake up and be woke, then you guys got to know where the problem starts. By the time it gets to the fighters, it's done, bro. I'm telling you, it's not the fighters who are dirty. So shout out to Conor Benn, Alicia Bumgardner, Big Baby Miller, Ryan Garcia, Matias, Oscar Valdez, Janibek, all of you who've popped, because I know what it is. And that's all I'm going to say about it, bro. You're going to stay asleep. I know, because where you're at, your incentive
is to rag down on folks, not to get the problem solved. But that's okay, because we're intaking that food and shit too. I'm allergic to bananas now. I got allergic to bananas in my 30s, and avocado and tomatoes. I love those foods. I've been eating them my whole life. All of a sudden, I'm allergic. People getting weird sicknesses and shit. That's okay. That's okay. Dialysis is at an all-time high. Y'all keep thinking that it's not the food industry and it's not the supplement industry and the medicine. You keep thinking that all you want with your anxiety-riddled asses. Can't go to sleep. Always got to look on the phone. Go ahead, do you. Always sick, sniffling, don't know what's wrong with you. Do you, bro. Do you. That's all right. That's all right. That's all right. And guess what? Janibek, he's going to be just fine. He's going to get cleared. Because they know what it is. Little traces. Beep, 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 beep. Why everybody popping but getting cleared? Oh, it must be a conspiracy with the B. It's the food and supplement industry. But that's okay. All you need to do is look at the ingredients of a French fry. Why isn't it just potatoes? But that's okay. That's okay. Let me see. Bro nearly died going down to 160. Been there twice since. You really think he can make weight naturally? Brother, of course, he's on that. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. So that is to help lose weight. Okay, gotcha. Then that's what it is, brother. Everybody's dirty. Cool. Let's move on. Like I said, I'm not going to make this a whole thing. Because all of us, we want to be fat asses. Man, hey, don't talk about my food. Go ahead. We all sick. We all sick, but that's okay. It's the boxers because they're not human like us, right? Fine. Let's move on. All right. They're all dirty. Fine. Okay. Hit the Tyson bell. But let's move on. McDonald's right there. Fact. Hey, we just gonna move on. That's why I didn't want to cover Matias. Because you can't talk about us, our fat asses, and our food. Can't do that. Don't do that. Hey, Bill, stay away from that. Cool. Don't talk about my medicine. I'm on 18 pills a day. Got that long ass pill, daily pill shit. Okay. Let me get my black 2 sugars. Beer's too funny. Hey, I'm just keeping it a bean. I ain't trying to be funny at all. But that's okay. I need you to cover Matias. Let me tell you something about Matias. He was free. Free Matias. Osterine. Freed up. But only Ryan cheated, right? I don't want to pick a scab. I know what the problem is. I tell y'all what the problem is. I tell y'all what it is. Nobody want to listen because y'all don't want nobody to attack your damn burgers and cheese fries and shit. You can eat them. It's all good. I don't want you to feel bad. Let's move on. Okay. Thank you. Let's move on. Speaking of Ryan Garcia, y'all ready? Let me see. No, for real. That's why quality food costs more. Yep. Because this is I'm going off the rails here. Because the poor makes the world go round. The poor spends the money. But the poor can't afford to stay healthy because the money is in you being sick. The money isn't in you being dead. The money is in you being alive and healthy. The money is you being alive and sick. And that's the black 2 sugars. But I sound crazy. I got a taco hat on my head and an X-Men shirt. All right, let's move on. Okay, let's talk about Ryan Garcia. Now, Ryan Garcia is back. Diabolical Ryan is back, bruh. And you know what? I'm not even gonna. We'll just talk about it after you see it so we can all look at it together. Free seats, motherfucker! Ryan Garcia did a podcast with India Love. I barely knew who she was. I'm old as hell. But check this out.
Yeah, then my next fight's like with Devin Haney.
Is it?
Yeah.
It really
Yeah.
is? That's crazy.
You know him? You know him?
Of course,
Oh, nice,
yeah,
nice.
yeah. I'm not gonna lie. You think you got that?
Oh yeah, what? I already beat him once. Put him down though, but he's good though. I'm not saying he's not good.
No, yeah. How do you feel about his last fight?
He looked good.
What was the performance?
He looked
yeah.
good. He looked
Did you
good.
bet on it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard.
50,000.
Okay,
Yeah.
you got you some money out there.
I know him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's
But
a beast.
yeah, his. I feel like he definitely got better. You feel
Oh
like
yeah.
that?
Well,
Okay.
it's friendly competition.
Nice. I'm gonna have to bet on that one.
I already know who you betting on. That's fine. You want to lose your money? That sucks. But,
I gotta see. It's okay. I actually need to be there for that one.
We're gonna beat up Devin Haney, but she's rooting for him, but it's okay.
Thank you.
Why'd it come out like that? No.
It didn't work.
Yeah, it did, but I don't know why it picked a different thing. There it is.
What are you doing for New Year's? Do you know?
Not yet.
No. What are you looking forward to for, like, obviously the fight coming up?
Yeah.
But what else after that?
Man, what I'm
What's your usual
I'm just excited for
celebration?
life.
Yeah.
Whatever life takes me.
Nice.
You know, as long as I'm grinding every day, body's healthy, I feel like life is just so much possibilities. You never know what's gonna happen.
Yeah. You should do more content and stream like often.
First off, F your chick and the click your clay. West side will be rock up equipped with hey, bro. Hey, you claim to be a player, but what are you all, Ryan? Ryan, we all this is high speed chess. All right? This is high speed chess. Hold on, let me see what you know him top he got number and shit. Hold on. How does that cheat POS still have fans? I don't know. But listen. If y'all don't know, that's Daddy the American Dreams Haney's ex. And I'm going to tell you this. No. I'm going to tell you this, bro. Bitch, you see what happened to Yeah, we got a show. Hold on. I'm going to tell you this, okay? I bet you dollars to donuts that Debo Dav doesn't give one damn shit. Hey, listen, I don't care if y'all can hate Debo Dav all y'all want. I bet you Debo can give a damn. He doesn't care. They probably still cool. That X is over with. He doesn't care. He a daddy now. He doesn't care, bro. As he does not one. Gooner, he don't give one turd. But let me tell you the problem. Hey, Sexy Kendra, back me up on this. The problem is he doesn't care. But he cares that you think he cares. Has it ever happened to you before? Has it ever happened to I don't give a damn, brother. Do your thing. I ain't with her no more. Then why you yelling? Why I'm yelling? Because you think I give a damn. That's the thing. You think I'm doing something. You ain't doing shit. That's what's going on with Dev is at the crib, right? Hey, listen, I'm guessing. Dev at the crib. He saw the shit. He really doesn't care. But you think I do. See what I'm saying? You have everybody on social media going to be saying all this shit. Y'all think I give a damn, but I don't. That's the problem. That I bet you Debo could give a damn. Let me see. What you doing for New Year's, Ryan Smash? See, that's that shit. That part. That's that shit. And here's the thing. Ryan is going to... Ryan gets diabolical, fumbles the bag. He gets diabolical. and then he fumbles the bag.
Wait, you do OnlyFans?
I used to.
Okay.
Not anymore.
I mean, I don't judge.
No, that's cool.
You know?
With
Did you
the
make a lot?
space, yeah, hell yeah.
For real?
Hey,
How
hell
much?
A lot, like over $1 million, probably like 2.
From
But I was on there for like a year and a half, maybe 2 years. I don't know if I was on there for a long time.
Dang.
I wish you the best.
For real?
Maybe. I do wish you the best because you're God's child, and I always wish
That's
God's
messed
child the
up.
best. What do you mean?
We're brother and sister in Christ.
We're brothers. Yeah, we are. I said I wish you the best. That's like
It doesn't seem
a
genuine,
fact.
does it?
a fact.
Why is she mad at me?
No,
What did I
I'm
do,
not.
Chad? I thought
I'm
I
not.
was wholesome today.
No, I promise.
Was it the devil?
I'm gonna be there for sure.
He pisses her off. I don't even know what happened. We're gonna have to watch the whole thing, right? Whenever it's released or it hasn't been released, I don't even know. But whatever happened, he pisses her off. Okay, he asks about OnlyFans. And then acts like he cares. Like, damn, that's messed up. He does a nose wrinkle. Damn, I thought I was being wholesome. He's bulljive. He's out here bulljive. Let's not forget Baby Mama was crying to Thug. I'm not doing that, dog, while in a relationship with Nasha. Hey, brother, listen. We're brothers. She was like, we're brothers. Hey, listen. The only thing I liked about that part is he was vasculated in the bicep, meaning that he's getting some good, clean water. Look. I'm just saying, at least he's drinking some good, clean water. He's vasculated in the bicep.
Wait, you do OnlyFans?
I used to.
Okay.
Not anymore.
I mean, I don't judge.
No, that's cool.
You know?
With
Did he
the
make a lot?
space, yeah, hell yeah.
For real?
Hey,
How
hell
much?
A lot, like over $1 million, probably like 2.
From
But I was on there for like a year and a half, maybe 2 years. I don't know if I was on there for a long time.
Dang.
I wish you the best.
For real?
Maybe. I do wish you the best because you're God's child, and I always wish
That's
God's
messed
child the
up.
best. What do you mean?
We're brother and sister in Christ.
We're brothers. Yeah, we are. I said I wish you the best. That's like
It doesn't seem
a
genuine,
fact.
does it?
You see that? Little vasculation in the bicep. So he's doing something. Let me see. Dev letter. Let me see. I'm sure he doesn't. Devin doesn't care. He cares that you think he cares. Here's the thing. Now, Ryan is training, but I don't even know if this was training. It just he's on bulljive, bro. Here's my take on that, because that and you know, Ryan's my brother. Ryan's my brother. Let me see. Now we get into personal life. How is this part of boxing biz? I said it because he's trying to get into Devin Haney's head, right? So you know how you probably didn't know about this, but the first fight, he was doing the whole Illuminati thing. He acted like he was drinking a beer, the head games leading into the fight. And even when he was like, and Devin Haney was just like, I don't think he's taking this fight very seriously. He's already working on the mental part of it, because maybe he thinks that mental game helps give him leverage going into the fight. Also, I didn't even know if they can build the rematch as great as they did the first one. And he's probably starting now. He got to knock out Mario Barrios, though. He has to knock him out. He can't lose that fight. He has to knock him out. But in doing so, he's already planting the seed. If you don't understand that, you start going at somebody's girl and stuff like that. That's why I'm covering it, because it's Devin Haney's ex and he's leading into it. All right. All of this stuff is going to help build the rematch. Okay. It probably went over your head, but yeah. Let me see. Yeah. Ryan needs Coach Calvin Ford. Okay. So here's my thing. Here's my take. I don't judge exposing Haney for only dating 304s. Come on. He said, oh. You see what he did there? Here's my thing. My theory is that Ryan Garcia can't just train because it's too boring for him. I think he needs the cameras. I think he needs social media. I think he needs podcasters. I think he needs to use everything to keep him motivated I think training is boring for him. That's why he doesn't do it. He didn't train for Rolly. He didn't train for Dev. Dog, Derek didn't tell me nothing, but I got enough. I was in New York and I was like, what does that mean? Right? And then Ryan said himself, I didn't train. When he was here, he was like, I didn't train. He didn't train for Rolly. He didn't train for Dev. So he want to be great. No. No, that's not excuses. I don't think you understand what I'm saying because he beat Dev, right? I don't think you understand what I'm saying. How can I help you understand? Because people aren't that smart. I'm saying videos like I just showed you of him look like he's playing around. And have the cameras on him all the time. I think that's his only way to train. If you notice going into the Rolly fight, you didn't see much of his camp. I think the only way he could do anything is on camera. Let me tell you what I mean. That's ADHD. Yeah. Because I got some of it. I think I have it. That's why you hear me go, ah! I think I have, I'm sweating right now. I think I have ADHD. Do you guys know every time I hit the bag, I record it and I put it on social media? Every time I hit the bag. That's why there's so many videos of me hitting the bag. I don't even think I can hit the bag without recording at least a portion of it. I got to be doing a few things at once. I got to be hitting the bag, looking at a replay of how I hit the bag, study it. Dude, I got to be doing a few things at once. I can't just talk to you guys about boxing. I got to hit a bell. I have a hat on. Right? So I think I'm just saying, I think that's my take on it. It still went over your head. Let me see. Crazy fighters need chaos to compete at their best. That's what I'm saying. Mike Tyson was on that. Mike Tyson couldn't just train. He needed Cuss. And when Cuss was gone, he just couldn't just do it. Now, in fact, let me see. Why are people discrediting Brian Norman now that he lost to Devin? That's natural. That's natural. They're going to do the same for Mario Barrios. All right. It's a natural thing. Brian was the best in division, not no Barrios, and now Devin is number one. I think Devin is number one. I think he is. I don't think Brian was necessarily the best in the division, though. I just don't think he did enough. I mean, if you look at his resume, nobody. I mean, if you look at Barrios' resume and look at Brian Norman, it's not even close. Okay, but Brian Norman, a fantastic fighter to the point where I don't know who wins. I don't know who wins, Brian Norman or Barrios. Brian Norman probably knocked out Brian. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But I do think Devin Haney number one. So a lot like Boxing Hacker. A lot of you are so Devin Haney fans. Y'all think that keeping it real on Brian Norman means you only protecting Brian Norman so you can protect Devin Haney. That has nothing to do with Devin. Devin's still the number one welterweight in the world. His performance against Brian Norman proves that to me. So that has nothing to do with the other, right? Devin Haney's the number one welterweight. Don't worry, your precious Devin Haney is number one. Don't even worry, bro. He's precious and fine, and then bubble wrap and fine, bro. Don't even worry. Let me see. Just like every good show, it end with clapping. LOL. Yeah, hit the Tyson bit. Okay. Let's move on. Now, somebody brought up Chris Eubank. Okay. Here's some news. If you don't know, Chris Eubank, it's not looking good right now. All right. He did talk, though. Or did he? It was an X post. But I'm going to show you the Chris Eubank video of him in a hospital. But I do want to show you what I said 7 months ago when the rematch was being discussed between Conor Benn and Chris Eubank Jr. If y'all remember, I was in New York for the Times Square lead up. And I said I don't think the rematch would be healthy. If y'all remember, I'm about to play the receipts. And now you have this situation. So bear with me. Check out what I said. Because listen, I'm not the greatest predictor in the world. All right. I'm on a bad run on predicting. Well, I'm getting some stuff right, but not the big ones. But I'm very good at analyzing data that is already here. And check out what I said and what it is. I don't know if they do that again, and God forbid if there's a trilogy. I'm not sure if either one of them would be the same. They both are giving up a lot. They're risking a lot. And the way that they grit it out and how much they put on the line fighting each other as far as never saying die. Both of them, you would have literally had to kill them that night. When you have fights like that, they're never really the same. So that's my concern. Okay, I think Conor Benn, he definitely has more ahead of him as far as a career than Chris Eubank Jr. And I think a rematch can threaten that future. I do. He says, I've been dealing with a lot of health issues over the last year, and yeah, it all finally caught up to me last month. I will not box again until I'm back to 100%, and I don't know when that will be. But one thing's for certain, for the fans that have supported me through thick and thin, I will do everything in my power to make sure that one day the old me makes a big comeback. Yeah. I'm not sure if Chris Eubank Jr. actually posted that because it doesn't look like he was in any condition to do so. But if that, I hope it was him who actually posted that. It's more than rehydration for him to have to be put to sleep or unconscious right there. That's very concerning. And that first fight, which I think was the greatest fighting event I've ever witnessed in my life, I knew that took too much from Chris Eubank Jr. specifically. I said that when the rematch happened. I'm like, I think that first fight took a lot. I didn't even want to see the rematch at the time, but hey, let's go, right? Violence, hit the Tyson bell. Another thing that kind of concerns me is when it comes to the Benns and the Eubanks, I don't care what anyone says. I've watched them and their fathers. They hurt people. You know, they fight very violently. Chris Eubank Sr. and Michael Watson. If you guys don't know Michael Watson, look him up. Extremely talented, fantastic, great fighter. After the Chris Eubank Sr. fight, the condition he was left in. And we all know about Nigel Benn and the G-Man, Joe McClellan, right? Conor Benn, Chris Eubank Jr., they carried that violence and they carried it into the ring. And now this is the current condition of Chris Eubank Jr. If he never fights again, cool. What I do want out of Chris Eubank Jr., and I'm praying for you, brother, is a full recovery. And that's what we can hope for the most. All right, hit the Tyson bell, a full recovery. Let me see. What else we have? Ban rehydration clauses. Yeah, you know, this is what I like about the Shakur Stevenson versus Teofimo Lopez fight. Now, I heard Shakur Stevenson saying that he wants to go back down to 135, and this is just a quick stop. But if you can beat Teofimo Lopez at 140, bruh, it's healthier for your career to fight closer to your walk around weight. Is what I'm saying. When people say Shakur Stevenson said that I'm a 135 fighter, not really a 145. What does that mean? Right? If you can beat somebody of the level of Teofimo Lopez, even taking on a fight at 140, that's probably where you should campaign. And Lamont Roach, he's fighting this weekend. Lamont Roach, nobody is expecting you to go back down, brother. Hit the Tyson bell. If you can beat Pitbull Cruz, then, brother, you know what I'm saying? He looks healthy. Look at the way Devin Haney used to look, and look at him now. He dropped Brian Norman and shit. You know, really, it's just healthier for you in the long run. And when people say that boxing has evolved. I don't know about that. I think fighters were able to fight. They're not fighting 150 fights. Willie Pep 200 plus fight, 200 plus fights, 200 plus fighting multiple times a month. You think they were just superhuman back then, or they just understood something? The one thing is the food was less dirty. They were less sick. They did more manual things. They were more organic people. And on top of that, they fought closer to their walk around weight. They were healthier. Less damage was done. Telling you, people think it was more dangerous. It's probably more dangerous now. Hit the Tyson bell. All right. Okay. So let's move on. Their weigh-in was right before the fight. They weighed in the ring. They weighed in. I think Muhammad Ali and George Foreman for the Rumble in the Jungle, their weigh-in was in the middle of the ring. Night of the fight. Let me see. Less sparring. Thank you. Less sparring as well. They were fighting more and sparring less. Customato said the headgear and the big gloves caused more damage than anything. That's why he had Mike Tyson fight without the headgear in sparring. Headgear makes you absorb more shots. It makes you willing to absorb more shots too, because you know it ain't gonna, knock you out, but it's still rattling your head around, right? And you can spar more. You got people sparring 30 rounds with headgear. I'm just saying, okay? That's why Steve Willis said many of the damage, or God forbid somebody pass away in the ring, a lot of that is injuries during training camp that they did not put on their medical report. So they're going into the fight with a head issue, right? A concussion or something. And they want to go into the fight because if they pull out, y'all going to talk, right? Going to say that they ducked and all that shit. Also, they got bills to pay. So they go into it with a situation and the referee has no idea. So they're getting hit in the head, but they're still standing. So they keep the fight going. And a lot of people say the referee should stop the fight a long time ago. If the referee knew that there was a pre-existing condition. You get what I'm saying? But let's move forward. Let's move forward. Yeah. Steve Willis said that on this channel. Check it out. Speaking of Chris Eubank and Conor Benn.
Just got the news I've been made #1 in the WBC rankings, mandatory for the WBC world title. I'll be watching Barrios versus Garcia closely. I want the winner early next year. Q1, God willing, that WBC world title is mine. I'll be coming for that belt and Britain will have a new world champion. Let's have it. Come on.
Not going to happen. Love Conor Benn like a play cousin. I would love to see him fight the winner between Ryan Garcia and Mario Barrios. Not going to happen. But it works out for Conor, though. I think Conor coming back down from 160, he probably needs a fight. He needs to camp at 147, get a fight in at 147, all right? Especially, in the UK or something like that. Fill the stadium, get a knockout, something like that. Get back involved, all right? As he does that, Ryan Garcia, if he beats Mario Barrios, he should take on Devin the American Dream Haney. And I love what Bill Haney's talking about fighting Rolly. Okay, that's how confident they are. There's a lot of people who see him going after Rolly as some kind of duck. That's the dumbest thing I ever heard. Rolly beat Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia beat Devin Haney. I give a damn about the no contest. Ryan Garcia beat Devin Haney. Rolly Romero beat Ryan Garcia. Rolly Romero is the champion. What are we doing this for? Unification and undisputed, right? Now, I can understand if Devin Haney went to 147, went after Rolly first. No, he went after Brian Norman first. Dropped his ass and then beat him. All right. Going after Rolly and trying to stay active, that shows guts more than anything. What are we criticizing these fighters for? We're gonna criticize a fighter for wanting to jump back in there and fight again and get a title? Come on, y'all. He fights Rolly and he can have 2 belts and willing to put that up against Ryan for redemption, as he say. As the smoke clears, Conor Benn could be doing his thing at 147. Then he'll be the interim WBC champ, mandatory for whoever comes out of that can fight Conor Benn. Conor Benn doesn't like neither one of them. He doesn't like Ryan or Haney. So let them hash it out. Conor could go ahead and fight. Hey, sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. That's the Black 2 Sugars. All right, let's move forward. 45 minutes in. Okay. So Teofimo Lopez and Shakur Stevenson fighting January 31st. That's another thing. I like how soon the fight is. They both are in shape already. What are we doing? Right? They're about to fight. Listen, that's an 8-week camp. All that stuff sounds terrific to me. All right? Fighting January 31st sounds terrific to me. Another thing is super long training camps and all that shit. That may be unhealthy too. I heard Tyson Fury say 8 weeks. All you need is 5, unless you're completely out of shape and you need the first couple weeks just to get back, get your condition back. But if you've already conditioned, you only need 5 for game planning. Right? So Tyson Fury, he was good for saying, plus him being a huge heavyweight, he didn't need to get in that much, didn't need to drop down in weight or anything. So, hey, look, I like it. But let's talk about Teofimo Lopez, what he says, him saying why they took each other on. This is music to my ear.
The reason why this fight is happening is because we want it bad. We want to be number one, in boxing, so to speak. He's coming for my crown at the, super lightweight division. And honestly, nevertheless, it's all about the fans.
Who has a better resume between you two guys, do you think?
Man, I'll tell you again, honestly, it doesn't matter until we hang up the gloves. I think that we still have such a long, depending how well we do with our health, we got a long career ahead of us, man. So this is just something for everybody for 2026. We started off with a bang, and we go from there.
There was no fat on that statement. We both want it. We're doing it for the fans. We want to see who's the best. So we're fighting each other. Who has the best resume? It doesn't matter. Let's just next fight. Next. Who? Next. Right? I'm loving that. Fight Shakur. Okay, win, lose, or draw. Next. And then once we hang up the gloves, we'll see. As of right now, we're effing working. I love it. Okay. Let's move forward because we got more stuff from Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez talking about a potential KO. Check this out.
Are you training for a knockout? Are you training to do something to not just beat Shakur, but to beat him in grand fashion? When I say grand fashion, I mean going for the knockout.
The Bible of boxing really is that if you look for the knockout, you won't get it. I think really it's just all about setting a good pace early in the beginning rounds and then going from there, setting that tone. I think that I don't see him going those 12 rounds. This is his first time moving up to 140. A lot of these guys could say a lot of things about me not knocking them out or whatnot, but they don't come and try to fight me after they feel this power. So it's for a reason. It carries. It does carry. I mean, I had a good showing with Arnold Barboza. He was number one, my mandatory, and he was too hesitant trying to commit to punches. So I think that it's just something that's going to be a rude awakening for Shakur.
Very interesting. If you know what you're listening to, let's break that down. Hold on real quick. Yeah, we already talked about it, brother. Rewind. Let me see. Biz, keep up the great work. Love you, boy. I feel the Teo versus Shakur fight can go only two ways. It is either going to be fireworks or fest. And it all depends on which Teo we get that night, in my opinion. Okay, that was a good point. All right, let's talk. Y'all missing out. Okay, listen. What Teofimo Lopez said was very interesting. He says setting the pace, which initially made me think of the reason why I got Shakur winning. But then he brought up Barboza, and it made me say, let me pull back here. All right, let me tell you what I mean. When he said setting the pace, it made me think this is why I got Shakur winning, because of integrity and where their concern lie. If you look at Teo versus Jermaine Ortiz and Sandor Martin, Teo is trying to put on a good show. He doesn't want to put on a boring fight. See, Shakur wants to win the fight. He even said, Zapata, that's the last time I'm doing that shit. I want to win the fight. Teo doesn't just want to win, but he wants to entertain too. If you look at the Times Square thing, and if you look at the press conference, Teo put on a mask and everything, and he was annoyed, like, where's the action at? Because Teo actually think about entertaining people. He does. All right. Hit the Tyson bell, which can feed right into Shakur's hands. Because if he's trying to push the fight, if he's trying to make sure it's exciting too, it can be, because Teo's going to push it to make it exciting, which allows for Shakur to pick him apart. Right? But he brought up Barboza. And he said Barboza wasn't busy enough. So he was able to steal shots. Oh. So you're saying you're going to IQ-wise systematically outbox Shakur due to his patience. Not take it to him and slugging, but outboxing due to his patience. So if he got his hands in his pocket, I can pop, pop, and then wait for him to counter, and bam, and then keep his hands in his pockets. I've never seen Lomachenko so not busy before in my life. When he fought Teo went pop, and he waited, pop, and he hit him with a good shot. And Loma was like, hold on. Teo kept his hands in his pockets. He did that with Barboza. He said he was being too patient. So it made me think, maybe he did learn. Or maybe he knew all along. He just never thought Jermaine Ortiz would be able to beat him, and he didn't. He didn't think Sandor Martin would be able to beat him, which I think he did. I think it was 2 knockdowns. All right. But with that said, officially he didn't. Okay. Maybe he always knew that. And with this one, or here's another thing. When you fall flat on your face, you learn a lot. He lost to Kambosos, right? After Sandor Martin, when he was like, do I even got it, yo? Do I even still got it? And all that shit. Right? Remember, he was going through shit with his father, with his wife. Remember all that? He hit rock bottom. When you fall flat on your face, you've been there before, you learn something about yourself. This man, hey, listen, man. This is something. Let me see. I don't think Shakur has the punch power to get the respect from Teo. See, that's a tricky. I think he does. I think he has the sharp shots, and I think he does. I think he can make, like Floyd used to. I think he can make Teo concerned to keep him off of him. If Teo is trying to be on him, he lost. Teo ain't no Zapata. He's got a lot of tools in his bag. That's a fact. Let me see. Up off net, Biz, and the community are the best. I have Teo Shakur looking like Floyd Mosley with the early drama and the Shakur getting buzzed, and then Shakur taking it. Okay, that was I didn't even think about that. That was fantastic. Biz, will you say both guys are natural counterpunchers? Of course, which is why I do have a concern, like my man stated earlier, that the fight could be boring. I do have that concern too. All right, but check out. Wait, Charles Baker said something. 140 is different. He gonna be stronger. I think so too. Another thing, Charles Baker, you and I, we go up against each other this week, and they project you winning, but it doesn't matter because I win the whole thing. And you're ranked 10 on fantasy football. Everybody, that's just between. He knows what I'm talking about. Okay, so that was a side note. Teofimo Lopez has plans. Yeah, he has plans post Shakur. Check this out.
I look at it like this. I may get something out of it, but Crawford sent out one of his little guys to come and finish the job, and I think that's not gonna work. You know, I'm still gonna be here, and if he's still gonna be in boxing, I would love to face him right after. He is the guy. He is the man of boxing, and I think if he could go up 3 weight divisions to fight Canelo Alvarez, why can't Teofimo go up 2 weight classes or 3 to face Terrence Crawford?
I can't hate on that, bro. You say he sent one of his little guys. You figure, hey, I'm gonna beat Shakur, then I'm gonna go up and beat beat Bud Crawford. What you supposed to hate on that? Then that's a loser mentality from you. I mean, I love that. If that's how you feel, how do I want him to sound? I love that, bro. I mean, of course I got Bud winning, of course, but I had Canelo winning. You know, you going after the dragon. Dope. What are we here for? I like that. All right, let me see. Hit the Tyson bell. Yeah, I love that, bro. Come get some. Yeah, 100%. That's where the beef really is. I don't even think Teo and Shakur, I think they like each other. But Bud and Teo definitely don't like each other. Let me see. Kerr hits harder than Kambosos. He does. So he can hurt Teo. Facts. Okay, hit the Tyson bell. But we got some comments from Shakur. Shakur responded to that. Here's the Ayo comment.
Ayo comments. Fix me some of that dick gravy.
Check out what Shakur had to say. I can't wait, I swear. That dude Shakur is a goon, bro. He said, I can't wait. I swear. I mean, these are two people who are highly competitive. You know, it'd be funny. I mean, I think both of them will be in the Hall of Fame. I think both of them are great fighters. And it'd be funny if Teo was better. I would be like, well, holy shit. I want to say a few things too. I want to make this absolutely clear. Okay? I don't need to see Shakur versus Tank. I don't need to see it. I'm over it. And to go further, a little boxing history. The Four Kings, the original Four Kings was Sugar Ray Leonard. Y'all know where I'm going with this. Tommy the Hitman Hearns, Roberto Duran, and Marvelous Marvin Hagler. But there was a fifth guy. There was a fifth guy who fought them all too. Fought Duran, fought Hearns, fought Sugar Ray Leonard. But he wasn't added as a fifth king. It was just the Four Kings. That was Wilfred Benitez. And all this time, with the new Four Kings coming out of lightweight, which was Teofimo Lopez, Ryan Garcia, Devin the American Dream Haney, and Gervonta Tank Davis, I saw Shakur as the Wilfred. But Shakur wasn't quite a lightweight yet. Now that he's now he's lightweight. But I'm going to go further. Is it okay for me to replace Tank with Shakur? I'm not sure if Tank would ever come back. His heart's not really into boxing. He said it himself, talking about retirement. He has a lot of things that he's going through. Is it okay for me? And I think I will ask Shakur that one day. For me to say the Four Kings is Shakur, Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez. Nope. Okay. Yep. All right. A little weird. Got you. Just something to throw around. Just something to throw around. Okay, let me see. Love you, boy. Thank you so much. Just something to throw around. But I want y'all to check this out. I want y'all to check this out. I want y'all to look at the styles of Teo and Shakur, their last two outings, or their last outings. I'm sorry. Check this out. Hey, Janibek is better than Zepeda. Janibek is not Janibek, I'm sorry. Barboza is a harder out than Zepeda. Arnold Barboza is a harder out than Zepeda is. Who looked slicker? Who looked slicker? It's a lot to think about because he said that he's going to approach Shakur the way he did Barboza. Means nothing. This is called ball juggling. Ball juggling. When you are talking about an upcoming fight and you can't look at past performances because past performances means nothing, that's called ball juggling. That means you got your mind made up and you're on juggle ball. Let me see. Makes me wonder. I'm just saying, if Teo is Gordo and not just coming in trying to hammer damage, blah, 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 if he's Gordo, you got something going. You got something going there. There's going to be a lot of IQ up in there. There's going to be a lot of IQ. It's going to, I mean, which one of the two beat Loma? Which one of the two beat Josh Taylor? It's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot going. All right. I still got Shakur. I got Shakur winning. Don't, because I'm giving some props to Teo, it makes you panic. Don't panic. All right. Shakur's his own man. You're not his man. Right. He's his own man. Teo, his own man. I'm just tossing around ideas. Okay. I got Shakur. I'm just saying, bruh. We already spoke about that, bro. Get your late ass out of here, bro. And you know what? Stand up in your picture, man. That looks pause. All right, here we go. Both are great in defense. I feel Teo has better feet work. I think that's the difference. Okay. In them, plus, Teo may have better footwork. Plus the punch power of Teo. Shakur can't make no mistakes. Shakur needs that perfect fight. He's always, man. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good fight. I think Shakur was trying to prove that he could fight that way last time. I want to talk to him about that too, because maybe that was it, or Zepeda throws a million punches around, and Zepeda knows how to cut the ring off. And how else was it going to look? Him just running for the hills? He has to stop and do that. I'm not sure if that was his decision as much as it was Zepeda left no other thing to do, which made for a great matchup. Zepeda bringing the fight and making Shakur look very good, right? But we'll see. I can be wrong. I think Shakur might win the fight. I got Shakur. Teo looked slick, but Shakur came for a fight that night. Okay, so you think that was a decision. All right. Which he said he was going to do that again. Okay. All right. Let's move on. What do we have next? We're going to look at what Usyk had to say about Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder, and then we're going to do a look at this. All right. What the time look like? Okay, I gotta hurry up. We're gonna have to kind of rush through the rest of this. All right. So let's check out what Usyk had to say about Wilder.
I won't fight with Deontay Wilder. For me, I think it's interesting. It's a world champion guy. This is very famous guy. This is strong guy. One of his great heavyweight last 10 years. Special information. Speak with my team. I say, this is first задание.
First option.
Yeah, first aim.
Who is second option?
Та ми не говорили про це. We not speak about this.
Are you a prosecutor?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I have only one person. It's Deontay.
He only wants Wilder, not Fabio Worley. This dude's crazy. Okay, Shakur needs to press Teo for Puerto Rican comment. Listen. There were people saying that I saw comments of people saying Usyk now he wants to pick on Wilder for what, right? If Usyk never fight Wilder, there will be people saying he never fought Wilder. Now that he wants Wilder, it's like, hey, because now you feel damn, Usyk mess around and beat Wilder, right? I think there's something to be said. It's kind of like Lennox Lewis fighting Holyfield and Mike Tyson, regardless of what part time it was in their careers. Kind of want to do that, right? Complete the trifecta. You fought Tyson Fury twice. You fought AJ twice. Fight Wilder. Might as well just complete the shit. I get him. Let me see. Usyk should have fought Wilder 2-3 years ago when he was getting knocked all around the ring. There was no room for him to fight Wilder 2-3 years ago. I think you forgot everything that happened. Let me take you back down memory lane. Usyk just became heavyweight around that time. Wilder was in the trenches with Tyson Fury. He lost 2 out of the 3 fights. You got to think about timing and when this all happens. You can't just throw numbers out. You got to think all the way through it. Also, Wilder was gone for a while. And then when Wilder came back, right, he beat the Viking. And then he was supposed to be fighting AJ. He loses to Joseph Parker. So that kind of messed things up. While Usyk was going for undisputed against Tyson Fury. You get what I'm saying? I want you to instead of just throwing numbers and times out, I want you to go back and remember what was actually happening and why that fight you couldn't find time for that fight. Because after Joseph Parker, Wilder fought Big Bang Zhang and got knocked out. You know what I'm saying? Then he ended up on BLK Prime. So what I want you to do is really understand, right? Really think it through. Since you're taking cheap shots, like E and J put money on Teo. Put money on Teo. No, I'm putting my money on Shakur. I said I got Shakur. Your brain just doesn't listen. Loosen that cap. That Wilder fight should be in the USA. As long as they have the fight, I'm gonna watch it regardless. You don't think this is a silk pajamas move? No, because if he doesn't fight Wilder, everybody would ask, I wonder what would happen. Yeah, fight him. And then after that, he said he's going to fight till he's 40. He ain't done. You fight Wilder after that, fight Fabio Wardley, fight Aggie Caballero, but fight Wilder before he gets to it. Hey, let's go. Makes sense to me. He's going to fight twice next year anyway. Yeah, fight Wilder, then follow it up and that prepares you for Fabio. Fabio is like a younger Wilder. Makes sense to me. Okay. Let's move on because I got to go pick up my son. All right, so here's a receipt. Roach, because I wanted to get to Roach because Roach is fighting Pitbull. That's the fight. This is fight week. All right, let's check out what Roach had to say.
How close were you to rematching Tank?
As close as if he wouldn't have veered off, it would have happened.
What do you mean by veered off?
So he activated his rights to the rematch, which contractually binds us to a fight where no event or fight should take place in between.
Okay, and then what happened?
He did what isn't supposed to happen. He took a fight with Jake Paul.
But if he triggers that, doesn't he have to follow through with it?
For sure.
So how was he allowed to sort of circumvent that?
Technically, I think he just felt like he was going to be able to bogart it and just be like, all right, what are they going to do? And either force my hand or whatever the case may be. I mentioned arbitration before because that's how business works.
Right.
It's nothing against whatever or whoever, but that's how business works. If you...
Okay, I couldn't finish listening. Let's go to the next.
I mean, yeah, for sure. I really don't think about it because I doubt that, you know what I'm saying, that he'll fight me ever again. But, if it does arise, there's a lot.
All right, he won't. Okay, it's all the same shit. Listen. I'm sorry, y'all, to cut it short, but I got it. I got shit to do. Listen. One, all right. You got to talk about Tank for this upcoming fight because it promotes the fight. Because people don't know Lamont Roach outside of Tank. It is what it is. I'm not, love Roach like a play cousin. Nothing against Roach. I just got to say what it is, okay? Because I'm going to say something that may hurt Antonio Tarver's feelings, and I love Tarver, okay? Listen, bro. Since you got Kerr, that makes you the ball juggler then. Yeah. Listen, bro. You got to bring up Tank in the lead up because that's how you know Roach, all right? This fight is very important. Because, see, this is where the Tarver thing. Let me make this clear, all right? Because I don't think Tarver likes when I make this statement because he got on me in my DMs one time. He was upset in my comments, and then he said something in the DMs. Tarver, love you like a play cousin. To be honest, Roy Jones Jr. is my favorite fighter ever. But as a person, me and Tarver way closer than Roy doesn't even acknowledge that I breathe oxygen. I've stood right in front of the Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight. I was sitting right there looking at Roy like, what's up? Hi, Roy, I'm your biggest fan. Roy looked me off like he could give a shit. Tarver, when he see me like, yo, ShowBizz, like, I love Tarver. All right. But with that said, Tarver's known for Roy. Am I lying? And the thing is, nobody really thinks that was the best Roy. Roach is known for Tank. Nobody thinks that was Tank at his best and dialed in and focused. He was talking about retiring before that. Now look at it. Right? Buster Douglas is known for Tyson, but nobody thinks that was Mike. I mean, so the thing is, right? Tarver after Roy, loved Tarver like a place cousin, but after Roy, he struggled with Glenn Johnson again and lost to B-Hop, and Tarver can fight his ass off. After Tyson, Buster Douglas was dribbled all over the canvas by Evander Holyfield, third damn round, fifth, whatever it was. So excuse me if I'm like, I don't know. Is Roach brilliant? Or he's going to get dribbled off the canvas against Pitbull? I don't know, Margot. Y'all got to understand where I'm coming from. Right? I don't know if before Tank, nobody was like, hey, Roach is the next Bud Crawford. Shakur. Nobody ever brought up, hey, ShowBizz, who's the best pure boxers in the world today? Crawford, Shakur, Lamont Roach. Nobody, all of a sudden, he's too high IQ. I don't know. I'm not saying he's not. I'm not saying he is. I'm saying it would be great if he is. I don't. We'll see. Is the ball juggler mad or not? Yeah, the brother upset. I'm sorry, brother. But you did. You were on some juggling. All right, listen. Let's move forward. My favorite fighter in the world.
My man, I'll see you soon. Do you know the date? Yes?
I know the date.
What's so funny?
I'll take you serious.
Can we get a shake of hands?
Yeah,
Of
I'll shake hands.
Of course. Well,
Listen,
of
I'll
course.
see you 21st Feb. Get ready, get prepared. We're going to do this.
I will, my man. Trust
Well, listen, making history here on Small Talk, I'm pretty sure.
I think the war robe has something. I think the war robe has something to do with that. He laughed in Fawaz's face. I think the war robe has. I think the war robe has something to do with that. That's a knee slapper right there. Fawaz is the GOAT. He's my favorite. Hey, listen, Davis, you may have to watch out. Fawaz may put it on you, brother. Pause. But allow Fawaz, brother. Listen, that's going to be the biggest fight on this channel ever. I'm going to make sure that fight is the biggest fight ever. Fawaz. All right. No. Davis, my brother. I don't even know Fawaz. I know Davis, though. Okay, everybody, let's move forward. Shit, we got to rush through. Only got like 5 minutes. Lomachenko only lost one fight, and that was Teofimo Lopez. That's the Black Two Sugars. Man, I'm gonna stand on it. I thought he was robbed against Devin Haney, and I thought Orlando Salido should have been deducted 18 points for the low blows, and Loma still almost knocked him out. And he came in over all that shit, right? Listen, the craziest thing about Lomachenko is, honestly, he's one of the most advanced fighters to ever lace him up, ever. And I'm gonna stand. It is what it is. There's people who hate on him because they're into other guys and whatever. But Lomachenko, honestly, objectively, is one of the most advanced fighters to ever lace him up. If you don't appreciate him now, you will be talking about him later, though, when the hate is out your heart. You're gonna years later, you're gonna be like, I'm gonna tell you that Lomachenko was a bad boy. There's gonna be a lot of kids who aren't even born yet that's gonna be looking back at Lomachenko. I'm still gonna be doing this show. and they're going to be like, hey, how was Lomachenko? The way you guys talk about guys in the past, right? Like the Drunken Master and all those guys and Willie Pep and like, hey, yo, I saw, Charlie Burley and I saw Sweet Pea Whitaker, and that guy was the best. You're going to look back at Lomachenko and be like, that guy was the Matrix for real. Yeah, that guy was incredible. And that's the Black Two Sugars, bro. It's a sad thing what end up happening to him as far as like accolades wise. But I'm telling you, that guy there is one of the best and most advanced fighters to ever lace him up. And that's the Black Two Sugars. That's the Black Two Sugars. Never had a chance to all the way prove it. But he did a damn good. He tried because he was fighting way above his weight class. He was fighting, man, guy, it just didn't make no sense. The Luke Campbells and Devin Haney's and stuff like that, and still putting in work. When he was fighting his weight class, he was a bully. Nobody could touch him. Bruh, he had to fight up. He's not like all these big guys fighting down. He had to fight up and was still knocked out Kambosos. Bruh, guy was out of sight, bruh. Shout out to Loma. Yeah, Loma is top 5 skilled boxers ever. I'm saying that guy is nasty. All right, let's move forward. Let's move forward. And that's where I'm at. All right. Nobody's going to change that. That's my opinion. Okay. So I want this to be clear. David Benavidez versus Zurdo Ramirez, which is a fantastic fight. That's going to be a lot of fun to watch. We all know that if you're into fighting at all. May 2nd, Cinco de Mayo weekend. That is a PBC Amazon Prime fight. It's Prime Video. I want you guys to understand that. Know where to find that fight. PBC is still active, and they're showing it this weekend. Okay? I just want that understood, because I know when I saw David Benavidez announce that on Ring 4, and I know Zurdo Ramirez and how he's always on DAZN, I was just like, oh, another DAZN fight. No, that's going to be Prime Video. Okay? That's a PBC fight, just so you know. Now, DAZN is kicking ass. You know how I feel about DAZN. Love you, boy. We collaborate all the time. And the Ultimate Plan and everything that's going on DAZN is crazy. All right. You have January 1st. You got the Teofimo Lopez, Shakur Stevenson the card. Then you have the very next month in February, Ryan Garcia versus Mario Barrios. I say get the Ultimate Plan now. Pay $45 a month. So you don't have to pay each pay-per-view like that. On top of, there's a boxing fight every weekend on DAZN. Okay. Plus the ShowBizz Black Two Sugar show and all that stuff. There's a lot of stuff that the War Room is a part of on DAZN. We do Unwrapped, the voiceovers for Unwrapped and all that stuff. You hear the War Room all the time on DAZN, but I'm saying that fight is PBC. Okay. Love you, boy. Shout out to PBC. They've been coming to the War Room since the very beginning. I would never, ever forget the PBC ever. Let me see. Loma is not the most advanced. Sorry, Biz. Ernie Shavers, in my opinion. Funny. I said one of the most, not the most. Sugar Daddy. Sugar Daddy in the air. Okay. This is the last thing we're going to cover, and then I got to be out. All right. Pretty Boy talking about Jake Paul's training and what happens there.
Tell us about your training with Jake Paul, when that was, how much sparring you did with him.
So training with Jake Paul, I got to understand how he was as a fighter. He was new into the boxing. He was developing at a very quick rate. This guy trained his ass off. Like, we would spar twice a week in the hot ass gym in Puerto Rico. I don't wish that on my worst enemy. Dude, when I tell you Jake was beating up all these professional boxers who was sparring them, it was just one of those, like, bro, he was whooping their ass and sending them home. That same night, he told everybody bluntly, I'm sending you, and home. Only person saying he's this guy, Anthony. And he was like, the reason why, because this motherfucker's coming here and giving me work that I need. None of y'all is giving me the work y'all need. I'm beating y'all ass and y'all get out.
I wasn't there, okay? And me and pretty Tony, that's my brother. Love you, boy. That's my brother. He laughs at the War Room, everything. That's my guy. All right. But and Most Valuable Promotions, y'all like family to me. Gave the War Room a chance for the biggest fight ever, Jake Paul, Mike Tyson. Thank you. I'm always in your debt for that. But this shit is is OC, bro. Yo, man. Hey, bruh. Shakur Stevenson, Keyshawn Davis, Love, Ford, Adelaide, goddamn, Frank Sanchez, goddamn, Big Baby Jared, Miller, goddamn, Anderson, goddamn, goddamn, who else was there? There was somebody, Frank Sanchez. Listen, man. Listen, dog. Yo, and I love Jake Paul. Like, I'm just saying the support. Oh, Coley, my bad. The support, dog. And he should get the support. But I gotta see what the magic is. There's some magic out here, bro. There's some magic. Yo, bro. I gotta see what he's whooping. He's whooping out. He's whooping pros and sending them home. I heard Chad Dawson on this channel say Jake Paul is a real one. And I'm like, I saw him training, and I'm like, and Coach Larry Wade, I'm like, yo, he got good. But not, he's better than me, right? But damn, I'm hearing, I don't know if this guy is the next Jersey Joe Walcott. He's definitely white chocolate. He got the NAACP. I'm telling you, they said that they can't be black unity. Well, Jake Paul got us all like, hey, listen, bro. Charlo versus Caleb Plant, January 31st. My bad. Yeah, I'm hearing that they're talking about that. Cap, brother. I wasn't there, bro. I wasn't there, bro. I wasn't there. Yeah, I can't call Cap because I wasn't there, but damn, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm over here like, I gotta see for myself. Hey, MVP. Bring the war room. We gotta see, bro. I know Jake Paul is good. I saw, but I gotta check. Hey, bring me by the gym. Invite me to the gym, like with David Benavidez. I gotta see what's up. I hold the mitts for. I gotta see what's popping. Hey, I'm flabbergasted. No, hey, I gotta see. Cause y'all may see me come back like, hey, bro's a real one. Everybody can't be lying, bruh. All right, but I gotta go, man. Thank you guys for showing up and showing out. ShowBizz adult. I'm out. Bro, I gotta see. Hey, Justin, I gotta check that out.